Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you guys can hear me well. I'm just going to do a quick mic check because I don't know what's going on, what you guys can hear, what you guys can see. I'm just going to wait a little bit, adjust my mic, and get this chat going. What's up, Tommy Fairfield? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Howdy, howdy. It's been a while. Been a long while. A lot has changed since then. Mic check confirmed. Okay, we're good. We're good. What's up, Sewell? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a different kind of stream. I don't think I've ever streamed this game specifically, but I've been playing a lot of it. Oh boy, will I tell you that. So, last time I think I've been, let's see. Yeah, I think you guys, if you guys are in the Discord channel, that's where I've been keeping up mostly. I would say majority of this updates and stuff about why I'm not doing a video or why I haven't streamed in a while has been on the Discord. Sewell, I don't know why you're counting down. What are you? Okay. Well, anyways, so if you're not on the Discord, sorry, I have not been keeping updates. So I should probably do the YouTube post update thing. So now we're good. So, anywho, let's just get right into it. So I'm not gonna do too much, I guess, technical jargon. But I will say that I have been doing a lot of work in Scrap Mechanic, and specifically creating the Scrap Mechanic Auto Racing League, or SMARL, or SMARL. However you want to say it, however you want to pronounce it, that is just fine with me. I'll leave the rest to you. So, essentially, what you're going to probably come into is the latest generation of the new AI racers, and them in a form where I was just testing them out actually a little bit earlier ago, probably like maybe 30 minutes ago or so. I had to take a break. So here we are. Okay, we are in game, and I believe we are good on the lag factor, but I won't hurt myself trying to get things done. So, anywho, we are here in, I believe this is the oval. This is the test oval. So I guess I probably shouldn't have deleted that race camera. So let's get that camera back here. And I will show it off. This is just the demo race test oval, and we can get this camera going. And this is literally an attempt of a Scrap Mechanic oval. It's not, it's not really an oval, but it's a rectangle. So we can call it an oval just by principle. Anyways, so as you can see, there are cars on the racetrack, seemingly already like they were racing. And that is correct. They were racing, but I turned them off, and they are no longer racing. So let's just actually delete them. I'm going to show them off one by one eventually. I don't believe that our sponsors are joining us today, but their cars will be shown off, and in this recording of the video that will be posted afterwards. Okay. I don't know. Are you guys not seeing what I'm seeing right now? Because you guys should be seeing what I'm seeing right now. I don't know what Sewell's talking about. Anyways, Sewell, refresh your page. Someone tell Sewell to refresh his page if he can't see what I'm doing. But anyways, I'm just going to go deleting all these right now. I probably should have done this beforehand in prep, but I was trying to get that lovely background starting soon video playlist thing going and seeing if I can get that to work. And also the music. I don't think there is music playing in the background right now. Thank you, Tommy. But I will say that we now got all the cars out the racing thing, and let's see. I think if you guys have seen the previous streams or previous videos, also this lovely artwork, I completely forgot. Poff, my moderator, and also I think he is the Chaos Shifter pink car sponsor, because all my mods get free sponsorships. So I will say that this is kind of a little bit of art that he put or gave me, and I integrated it into the game, and so here we are. You've already seen this calibration board. You've seen oh shoot, let's see. I need to reset these at some point, but that's just fine. Here, let me just turn this on real quick so that I can get everything started. Let's see, where do I start? There's been so much. So I'll just go off through the generation. So the generations of these Scrap Mechanic cars have been Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 3. This is a Gen 1. Oh, goodness. And that wasn't supposed to go off because I turned it on. Anyways, so that's a Gen 1 right there. And it is fairly ugly. And what are you... So what is Soul capsing about right now? I don't know what he's talking about right now. So I'll just say that was a interesting car. I mean, they all have essentially the same brain, quote unquote, but they just don't look, you know, I mean, it's got a spoiler and it's got wheels, but other than that, it's not much of a really car. So I will say that I will move to the Gen 2 car, which is, these are all kind of like the empty grayed out, no liveries on them. So this is a little bit more of a car. It's got a different looking spoiler, a little bit of a smoother front than that kind of squared off front. And that was, it worked. It worked. I mean, those were definitely the ones I tested out with the new AI on. But finally, as of a little bit last week, after I started getting sponsorships, I wanted to make a car that allowed people to get sponsors. So now I'm going to say that we are here. I just had to check out the Discord because Sewell's talking about that, but I don't know. So this is the new Pro Class, unpainted, of course, car, little shell. It's one block higher than the rest due to this little lip right here. And this can change and be edited as people would want to customize different cars or different parts of their cars. So this is what it looks like now. And they all work. They all have the same exact AI in them, so they are equally stock NASCAR-like. So they should have the same speed and same turning. It's just now, you know, sponsorships. So the first sponsor I got was JFK. JFK Experience. He is a very active member in our Discord, typically the meme distributor as his title and his role. So let's say Black Knight was who he chose to sponsor, and his tag is BKN. So let's just say BKN sponsor is JFK Experience right here. He sent me two logos to, well, a logo and a picture to put on his car. And so I've put the logo, I believe it's named Jaeger Eyes. I'm not sure, but this seems to be his sponsor logo. And so he wanted that on the hood. And I guess a giant picture of JFK with Adidas stripes down the back. So any one of you people, if you want to sponsor a car or want to put a livery on a car, please just send so in the SMARL chat. I am working on automating all this with a website that I probably will not show off this stream unless you guys really want to see it. So essentially, you can pretty much customize your car with anything you want. Customized colors, you know, logos, images. You can put like license plates back here if you want. I have a little template for that out there on the Discord channel and the SMARL chat. So let's get rid of these old gen cars because they're disgusting and gross. And let's just keep in the, let's actually just keep in the Black Knight sponsor. I just want to do that. Quick update on the lap board. If I do recall correctly, or if you guys recall correctly, the SMARL board final, let's see, lap board. Yes. So this was the official timekeeper, where I kept track of all of the cars' last lap, best lap, and their total time over here. Yes, it's ugly, and as you noticed, my frame rate has taken a huge hit. Like, absolutely huge hit, and it's disgusting. So, what I've done was simplified it by creating my own mod. And I believe it's the SMARL Lap Manager mod, so, or just the smaller manager mod, but I called it the SMARL Lap Manager. So let's take in this one right here, the less laggy one, although it is still a bit laggy. So as you notice, the frame rate isn't terrible, but it still is terrible at the same time. So I had to figure out why the heck was this thing lagging. There is still a bunch of connection points, and it turns out these ASCII blocks actually have to call saves to the worlds on every tick, depending on how they're updated. And that causes a lot of lag. So that was a no-go for me. I ended up simplifying this to literally just be the SMARL, let me check it out, Lap Manager Lite is what I called it. Or the Mini, Smart Manager Mini Pro version. I don't know why I named it these things, but I did. So essentially, all of that board that you saw has now been condensed into this. And this, it has been one of the craziest and most time-consuming parts of this new, I guess, the league, trying to get Season 1 to start. There might be some lag still going because the journal was set, and I probably shouldn't have spawned those giant things in first. So this right here is these, sorry, so these clocks right here contain all the information and data needed to see for all the cars. And that will show up, if I am not mistaken, on a really interesting script that I created that reads from the scrap mechanic logs, and this outputs to the log. And if I'm not mistaken, I will be holding up the SMARL, let's say qualifying board. So right now you should be seeing a fancy board that shows up right here in the top left. And this will display all of the data depending on how it needs to be displayed on which board I'm using. It's a pretty complicated setup, and I spent a long time trying to figure that out. But overall, it definitely works the way it should. So let's say qualifying board, we have a starting board, which will show up here. Once I get the racers in, so let's get in a few racers and do a quick test race, and I will show you exactly how it will work. It's some pretty cool stuff, some pretty complicated stuff. I'm pretty proud of it, but the hardest, I guess, task was really, I guess you can say, was getting data from the game outside of the game. Like, that was a really interesting way, or trying to figure this out in a sense. So what I had to do was, of course, figure out how to do logs, you know, getting the scrap mechanic log with the modding parts to do that, and then a script that reads the log every line and will officially like take in line. So let's say we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5 racers for the heck of it. And I think I don't have Red Thunder yet. Oh yes, I do. Wow, I have terrible memory apparently. So let's do back another T3 car. I don't think I have Sweet Haze, right? Okay. So Sweet Haze, which has been nicknamed Thanos Car for obvious reasons. We have Lemon Racer, which has been nicknamed Bumblebee, but I'll call them Sweet Haze and Lemon Racer in races. We have Grasshopper here, Black Knight, Red Thunder. All these cars are sponsorable. However, Black Knight already has a head sponsor. And out of these cars, none of these cars have head sponsors yet. So Black Knight only has a head sponsor, but you can sponsor any one of these cars. Check out the official rules in the Discord, SMARL official, and you can read a whole line of text that I plan on explaining as questions arrive. So, anywho, these are the new official AI cars that will be calibrated through this button. I am working on a new generation which will not need any of this crap, hopefully. But let's just do another one for good measure, and let's show you guys the power of the SMARL and kind of the SMARL, the Scrap Mechanic Auto Racing League, and how they work and how these cars work. So, if you guys have seen my previous video, I believe it is, yes, you can sponsor them with 5K S coins. If you saw my previous videos, you guys know how these cars work and how they turn and how the tracks work. So I'm not going to go over that, but I will go over the format of races in a sense. Right now, due to the limitations as you saw from the mod, I can only track 8 racers at a time. So, with that in mind, I need to make sure that all the cars, which there will be a lot of racers in different colors and different like sponsored racers in the league as time goes on. So, qualifying is going to be a major part of racing, as most times it is. Top 8 times will get set to be an official kind of like competition race to get season points. However, other racers who don't get the top 8 qualifying times will be able to race in kind of like side races, or a, what's the way to say it? I don't know how to call it. Just not exhibition races in a sense, but just kind of like side shows that will be streamed or not streamed or recorded or something. Somehow. I do plan on trying to stream qualifying times because this is something that's pretty important to kind of know where to place your bets, because I have created a pretty interesting betting system that I've automated now, but not quite open for public yet because it requires a lot of, you know, security checks and stuff like that. And it looks like we had a little bit of a mix-up between Lemon Racer, Sweet Haze, and Black Knight. I think they had a little bit of contact, and that definitely did not help with their racing. So let's go into qualifying board, and this is also controlled remotely if I'm not mistaken, and I'll turn that on. That should be on. Okay, we got that displayed. And once these cars cross the line, the game and the mods and everything else that I have will read the data sent out and display it onto the qualifying board. So unless there's an error, yep, there they go. So that was their warm-up lap times. They are not going to be accurate. So essentially, we got 2 minutes for the Red Thunder, or not Red Thunder, 2 minutes for Grasshopper. Red Thunder was at, I believe, 3 minutes. These are all kind of messed up a little bit because of some problems, and it looks like we had a car that is not liking the race for some reason. So anyways, we can remove that guy. I don't think it's really super necessary that we have that. This guy, I don't know. There are some problems still with the AI when it comes to keeping things, I don't know the word for it, proper. But it looks like something just got out of sync. So I'm going to try to get unstuck here and get this guy deleted. I believe that's probably the better case for this because of all the work going on. So, as you can see, right now we have, I believe it's just these 4 racers now. Yeah, so it's Red Thunder, Black Knight, Red Thunder, and Grasshopper and Sweet Haze out there manning the caboose of the train. And essentially right now, since this is we can count it as a qualifying, normally they would be spaced out at an even interval so that they don't draft off of each other or come into fighting or anything like that or have any contact issues. But if they do go fast enough to end up drafting, make more power to them. They'll just get the fastest lap. So that's good for them. As you can see now, we will coming across the next lap. Hopefully these times will update and their positions will update as time goes on. It looks like, yeah, it looks like we're going to have Sweet Haze. I don't know who's going to have the fastest lap here. It might be Grasshopper. He's in first place, but the qualifying board updates only to whoever has the fastest lap, not who was in first place. So as these update, it turns out that I forgot something very important through the race, and that was, what's the word for it? Setting lap times, or setting the total lap on this board right here. So let's actually get that fixed real quick. So this right here is the amount of laps that the cars are allowed to take before it counts that the race has ended. And I can't believe I overlooked that. So if I actually grab let's just do a switch real quick and place that here and paint it, let's say this color, and connect it up to this, turn it on. The game now wants 8 laps, and let's actually reset everything. This should reset most everything to 0, and in fact, let's actually reset the scoreboard as well. If I just rerun the script, everything should go away. And it's from pretty cool, interesting automated functionality that I find really, I don't know what the word for it is, but just really awesome, helpful, definitely, when it comes to trying to automate races and getting things kind of not professional like, but just official in a sense, so I can keep things kept track of. And each race will be kept track of in a database that I have, and I might show off an image of the ERD on the Discord channel, but I probably won't for now. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So now we're moving on. We're just kind of moving these cars back behind the finish line, because if they start a race before the finish or after the finish line, they will end up having really fast laps, and they won't really be able to reach that. So let's actually move these cars behind. And in fact, I might just add more cars as we go. So if I add G3, another, let's see, Golden Shadow is a custom car that might not end up racing this season. We will see. It was customized by Theo, a mod in our Discord channel. He wanted a car, and I was like, okay, cool, let's make a car. And so he wanted this car with that color, and it worked. So now we're going to add another one. Let's say we're going to delete those cars up front. So we're going to just add them there, and we're all good. So after I delete those cars specifically, I'm going to actually, what's the word for it? Start the race from here. I believe they're all calibrated. I'm not sure if I did. Does anybody remember if I pressed the calibrating calibration button or not. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. No. Okay. Well, I'll just assume that I did press the calibration button. And this could go horribly wrong if I didn't. Because, you know, uncalibrated cars are not very interesting to watch. Because they'll just go straight into that wall and never turn. And, you know, we don't like that. I don't like that. So let's just press the button again, you know, for safekeeping, or I guess good measure. Can never be too safe. Press the button here. The cars should have all their wheels turning, and they all should be good. And let's start the race. So 8 laps, fresh time. Let's go into the combo board, which actually shows their best lap and last lap. And let's see, anything else? I'm not sure if there's anything else specifically that it shows. I think it's just best lap and last lap. Each lap will be colored depending on how fast the car was moving, which was something I found pretty fun to use. A little JavaScript library. So these are based off of web-based pages. It looks like Red Thunder had a little mix-up there. Well, that's not good. So let's just let's just restart the leaderboard so that doesn't happen again. The cars will show up, and everything will be fun. So let us just pretend those cars are going, and we can kind of talk a little bit more. We can kind of observe them as they go. But right now, they're racing qualifying time, so we're going to pretend that they are doing as such. And let's go to the qualifying board. I am controlling this remotely. Hopefully everything works properly, but, you know, this is fun. This is something that I hopefully find. I guess the overall goal is, if anybody here is a fan of motorsport or a fan of really racing in general, I don't know. I've become a huge fan of motorsport and watching, you know, the WEC or just IMS. I don't know, whatever. Basically, races. Very long races, the 6 hours, the 24 hours, you know, the 2-hour sprints and stuff like that. Following video games that have just general Gran Turismo or GT racing or anything like that. The tour cars, all sorts of stuff like that. I got really inspired by that and wanted to make AI cars that had a similar aspect. Right now, this track is pretty boring oval, but there are other tracks, and those will show up soon. So let's actually see how this works out. Hopefully, we can get some data showing up. If I'm not mistaken, here they are. Here they come. Looks good. All right. Looks like all these cars had 0. Wait a minute. That is not great. Hold on a second. Let me I think some of the erased best laps and stuff got reset or did not get reset properly. But overall, you saw what happened there. I'm going to have to reset the cars again to make sure that this doesn't happen. But overall, if we want to have an official race, we can actually do that. I think I might just have that going instead. This is kind of a disaster right now. But honestly, the cars haven't crashed yet, which I find really interesting because the way I program their AI is that they try to avoid other cars, but they avoid the wall and being off track more than they do other cars. And so some of them might make abrupt movements when they're trying to avoid cars, but they do end up hitting each other eventually. But that's, you know, that's what happens. You know, like green right here, Grasshopper is going to try to make a move on Chaos Shifter, depending on how this turn goes, but they will definitely come into contact with each other. Black Knight just out on the outside having a good time. But, yeah, hits Sweet Haze. Grasshopper definitely hits Chaos Shifter, but they come in, and I don't think Grasshopper gets the lead. Actually, Chaos Shifter is going to cut him off, in fact, and prevent any sort of passing. It looks like Black Knight is going to try to get on the inside of Golden Shadow, and I realized why that the leaderboard was missing, because Golden Shadow and Black Knight, actually, not Chaos Shifter, are both on the same tracking. And this will not work. In fact, I'm going to have to reset things as they are. Let me just stop the racers here and delete. Unfortunately, sorry, Theo. You're not on watching this, so I'm going to delete your car here and replace him with Red Thunder or someone of the like. So SMARL, Red Thunder, G3. Gen 3 is what G3 means because this is the dirt generation. The third generation of cars. I'm not going to reiterate anything. Do I have any other cars? Oh, Puff, actually. Or no, Nick, one of my other mods, has sponsored Blue Bruiser, is the head sponsor, and has decided to have white stripes and white wheels on this car, which I think it looks really nice. The black stripe down the middle also is a good touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars right now. We can get the rest, and I don't see why not. So let's get the rest of the cars. So 7 cars would be Lemon Racer, and the 8th car would be White Rider, if I'm not mistaken. White Rider right here is another addition, one of the default racers. And as you can tell, the more racers I have, the more frame rate issues there will be. Frame drops are not uncommon among this scrap mechanic, if I'm not mistaken. If anybody here knows scrap mechanic at all, we all know that literally anything will cause frames to drop. So let me do another quick calibration here, and we should be good. All these cars are now calibrated and ready to race on this oval course, and we can have an unofficial race. So let's do it. So starting off, these are not starting in their starting blocks. As you can see, I kind of defined 1st through 8th, depending on the qualifying or whoever wants to do it, starting blocks. So we're going to have an unofficial. Oh my goodness. Already we got some issues between Red Thunder and Blue Bruiser. The red and blue have always been kind of like the most feisty cars for some reason. They always seem to want to hit each other and not anybody else. So we'll see how this turns out. And, oh, what's up, Brent? You want to see some fancy logic? Always ready to see that. Yeah, this is definitely some interesting logic that has been causing some lag, I guess. But overall, I believe that we already had a little mistake with the qualifying board. Oh, my goodness. Does it say that Black Knight? Yeah, it says Black Knight had an 8-second lap there. And that was because he started off a little bit further back than he should have and went across the line. So let's just pretend Black Knight did not have that lap and pretend he is actually normal. So in fact, let's actually switch over to the best lap combo board that actually will show their latest laps along with their best lap. So I believe that was this one here. As you can see, it kind of shows Black Knights as the best right now, but that's all right. So if you remember me asking on the Discord, Brent, this is a stream overlay, not an actual scoreboard in-game. So I remember talking about trying to get things logged, trying to create my own mod. Actually, no, it was actually Nick, Technological Nick, is the person I talked to the most about how to format the timer data and stuff like that. So what I did was, not much, Theo. I had to delete your car. Welcome to the stream, Theo, by the way. Thank you. What I had to do was create my own mod that basically read lap times depending on how the finish line did. I'll actually show it off right now. I should probably do a video on kind of like how I did things, but essentially this lap board right here, if the words your car got deleted because it got in conflict with Black Knight's car, because I only have them tracking 8 colors right now. So these little, if you can see how they work, these little timers right here, I kind of copied the mod pack's timer and erased all the timers code and created a timing system that gets updated and does all the logic on here instead of through a bunch of mod pack logic that I had originally before, if you've seen my other video. So Theo, sorry your car got deleted, but yeah. So now this can only support 8 cars, but I will make it support more and reduce the lag on those cars by making their own integrated brain logic instead of a crap ton of logic that they are going through right now to kind of calculate how they race. And if you look at the scoreboard, let's see. Yes, it looks like we had Lemon Racer with a fast time. Let's actually switch over the scoreboard now to best laps, but qualifying. Of course, Black Knight's in front with the 8-second lap. But yeah, Lemon Racer with the fastest with the 201.187. We will see. So what I'm going, this isn't an official mod right now. Right now, this is a placeholder what's it called? Model. So I'm using the timer as a placeholder. This isn't published or anything public at all. But eventually I'm going to make my own, model my own little blocks and place them here. But right now I'm using that. And the timer logic itself is actually not Durf's logic. It's literally straight up mine. I completely erased the code. I just used the same, whatever. So he might bring you some trouble for that. For using this model. Yeah, but I'm not going to be using this model anymore after I actually... I'm actually not even going to publish the mod. I'm just going to be using this for myself and my own things. But anyways. What's up, Jordan Guilin? I'll just call you Jordan. Anyways. Oh, Brent, you did all the code? Well, never mind. Brent, sorry, I erased your code and replaced it with my own. So, the model itself, not... Oh, well. Sorry. Yeah, Brent, you've done a really excellent job, by the way. I don't know if you probably saw me doing questions and looking through all the code, looking at all the scrap mechanic mod pack stuff and any other mod pack generally related stuff has been really, really fun to look through and kind of learn from. So definitely not my first easiest task, but definitely good to watch and kind of read and learn from and watching tutorials and whatnot from you guys. So, anyways. Does this mean Golden Shadow is not participating in the race? Right now, I will say Golden Shadow is not... This is a test qualifying race right now. So Golden Shadow is not in it, if that makes sense right now. But I will definitely say he will I guess, have the chance to participate in official races through the qualifying. So right now, actually, White... Oh, shoot. That's what's going on. I was wondering why there was a problem. I'm going to have to stop the cars real quick via a button that I have and figure out why Blue Bruiser is upside down currently. So I believe there was some contact on this corner that I missed when I was talking about the mod pack logic. And let's see. I think he should be fine now. He's going to be a lap down, but that should be fine. Oh, man. Guilin. No, it's something else. So, pronounced in Spanish. So, Guilin? Do you roll the L's? Guilin. No, that's an R. Wait a minute. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I like your name, though. I will say, no, I'm not trying to, like, roast you or anything. No insult to your name, but... Is it G? Guilin? I don't know. Anyways, let's say... Oh, Brent says that's a bunch of messy code and a lot of artifacts and garbage workarounds. So that would be actually really nice because there is a bit of... If it reduces lag, because there's... If I actually... Let's spawn in a car. I'm going to spawn in another car. Let's say... Let's spawn in this car right here. And remove the top. This is an old generation car, so this isn't the official logic per se, but this is kind of what the brain looks like. So right now, this is a compass, which is what tells the cars which direction to turn in and how to keep straight. And there's turning mechanisms, kind of like two different angle turns. We got a 16-degree turn and then adjusting 2-degree turns for these wheels here. We got sensors on the top to tell where to turn, as you can see the little sensors on either corner. We've got sensors in the front to tell when to draft, and this tracker right here to tell when the finish line to stop tracking, or where to track the sensor, I guess, where the car exactly is. We've got boosts, we've got slowing down, we've got brake lights, we've got that guy going around. I don't know who has the fastest lap right now. It looks like Red Thunder with a 2 minutes flat. Grasshopper pretty close behind. Wow, these are some pretty close laps here. So as time goes on, their lap count or their best laps will definitely increase or decrease depending on the drafting and whatnot. We've got this remote signal for starting and stopping, remote signal for calibration through that board right there. And yeah, so there's a lot. It's a spaghetti, actually. It's definitely a spaghetti mess right here. We have a self-correcting system that when it goes off track, it backs up and tries to go to whatever direction it was facing in last. But sometimes that gets knocked off depending on how the calibration gets knocked off. So I will fix that in my own way eventually. But that'll have to come later. Anyways. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. But I'm definitely going to say that this is going to be simplified into 3 blocks or less in the next generation of these cars. So as they go by, it looks like Red Thunder, of course, had a little error because he has a red tracking block right here. Oh well. Let's just delete that now and pretend that Red Thunder is not now the fastest with a 0.7 second fastest lap. Wow, that's impressive. All right, so that is generally. Have I checked the smart engine yet to decrease the bearing count? I actually, you know what? I'm going to stop the cars right now, actually, and pretend. You know what? Actually, I'm going to let them come around and I'll delete them one by one. So I did actually have a S-Class, a smart engine. Shoot. SMARL prototype? I don't remember what it was called, but I did try out the smart engine for engine speed, not for turning, actually, because I believe there was some issues with getting angles, the proper angles from the compass, the way this mod pack compass works and the bearing works, because it can go from, you know, it'll take a lot more complicated logic, essentially. But I will definitely check that out in the future. But I will use that in probably coordinates with my own brain, in a sense, if you want to say my own brain. So I'll use that and kind of keep it on just one bearing for the turning. That was a really long answer to say no, to answer your question. Is no, I have. Yes, I have checked it out, but no, I have not implemented it for turning. However, the smart engine has been something I've caught my eye for a while now. So pretty cool. All right, see you later, Jordan. Come back soon. However, I have been told in the past that these cars move relatively slow. Look at them go. Look at them. That's pretty cool. I don't know. Let's get that lift out the way and let's stop them now. That is something. And let's see. You got a video on these cars. You planning on accepting user-created cars for the race? I do have a video on these cars and their logic and stuff like that. However, I will be accepting user-created cars only if they, you know, play well with other cars. So if they have similar, so we can have created bodies first. So if they want to create a design, I don't know how to describe this. So I'll say I have bodies. So each car has shells per se. So what I have is the shell, and I call this a shell as well, but it's not really a shell. So people can implement a, what's it called? Their own like design and place it on top of this if they want. So like literally just, you know, paint it whatever and, you know, delete this, take the welding tool, take it, put it, and voila, you know, boom, you have the car however you want it. So as long as it kind of fits the dimensions of the shell, it works. They can do that. Or they make their own car, but as long as it has an engine that is set at this, an electric engine at this speed, or my own mod pack custom engine connected it to it, so it can be like at its own speed. So there's no like, you know, unfair overpowered cars and no thrusters and whatnot. I can have people submit their own racers. And a destruction derby, you mentioned, Brent. That's interesting. How would a destruction like kind of like destructible parts on a car, if that makes sense? If you have destructible parts and then you can shoot it and have them kind of explode as they go. I guess if we have bombs. Oh, that's an interesting concept, actually. Huh. If we had, that's a whole new, I guess, level of stuff like that. So yeah, so if we had a bomb on a car and we had cars kind of fight to the death and ended up, you know, exploding the car. I turned off particles, so let's turn on particles again and see that explosion again. Interesting. Oh, Theo says you updated the timeout rules for the channels you can actually change. Oh, thank you. I have never had to use timeout before, so I never really thought much, but we had a recent spammer, and that definitely was a large explosion. Let's do that again, but a little bit further away. And shkablam. All right, so yeah, that's actually a good idea. Destruction derby of some sort with explosions and things like that. Sounds like a good plan. But the whole the reason why I stopped the race or the qualifying round was because I in fact wanted to show off the S-Class cars that I implemented a spoiler system with. And I'm just gonna delete this right now. I probably shouldn't have done that. Actually, you know what? I can just clean it up pretty quickly with this right here. And there we go. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that. Ah, bad idea. Oh goodness, what did I destroy? What did I just destroy? Did I just destroy this? I did. Let's just delete all that. You know what? Let's just, it's fine. All these parts are here. So let's go into this S-Class. Here. And let's see. This is the car. It's based off the Gen 1 body, but actually uses the wings mod to tilt the wings depending on which direction the car is trying to turn. So if I bring the calibration system in, again, calibrator, and here, I can, Theo, you said something about an Excel sheet. What is that all about? Let's see. Made Excel list, you upload it and put it in the staff chat. This car here uses a gas engine. So if we just open up the hood, it uses a modded V6 gas engine that is very fast and has some pretty interesting stuff. Let's do race camera. Let's see. I have a lot of iterations of these cars, so it's a lot to find. And I believe I deleted the starting light as well, so that's what it was. Starting light. Starting lights here. Let's just keep that there. And actually turn this off. And put this back here. Have the tracking system there. And I believe it's off, so if I reset that and then reset the scoreboard, we should be all good. Alrighty then. So, now, let's just have a solo time trial for this car. Alright. It's yellow, and it'll go green. Let's get out the way. There goes the car. So, this is the S-Class car that he eventually planned on making all of these SMARL cars similar to in speed. However, turning is not not the easiest for this car, of course, you know, because of the way that the friction works in the tires and stuff like that. And also keeping the car adjusted has been a very, I can't even keep up. Like this creation right here can't even keep up with the car. It's that fast. So it's kind of hard to, you know, record a race and make it interesting if the car is moving around faster than the camera can move. Although that is kind of true in motorsport too. You don't really have super, you know, static cameras. Another side note is I'm trying to figure out if Scrap Mechanic will update their API, a camera mod, so that you can have a third-person camera that can kind of keep track and like have recordings of the car. And how fast was that actually? Was a 1 minute lap compared to a 2 minute lap. So basically it's like twice as fast as the other cars. That's pretty fast. Let's just actually get this going again. I don't know what's going on there, why the scoreboard is being weird. But camera mod is possible. I need to exploit something in Scrap though, only works for the host. That's all I need. Literally, Brent, I want to talk to you about that. I need a third-person camera so that can like switch between just views, because I already know that there is the map inspector, right? And that uses a third-person camera. And like stuff like that. So if I can just hijack into that, you can see I already like hijacked the little logo in the bottom right that says Scrap Mechanic logo on there. I changed that to the Auto League one. If I can hijack that camera and get that to be more customizable, that would make actually recording races and streaming races so much more fun and interesting. So I do want to figure out a way to hijack this camera right here or similar cameras. As you can see, you can kind of see the camera or the car racing around, but the rotation is dumb. So if I can just stop that, that would be wonderful. So, in all due respect, I do believe that there is a little glitch going on with the game's functionality. But the exploit basically goes like this. Hijack the lift, steal its tool user data, and you have control over the camera. Ah, that makes sense. Kind of. Kind of makes sense. I'm still not an expert on, like, you know, modding the game files or anything like that. But I do plan on learning that much, if that makes sense. So maybe I'll look into that. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns about how that works, or really anything, because I really want to learn more. Actually, let's get 2 cars in here. Let's try this out. Let's see if we can race 2 S-Class cars at the same time, and I can show you guys. Let's do 3 actually. This is how usually cars like this, you know, cars this fast usually don't do well with each other and with the game. So if I just, you know, paint that white to kind of just symbolize the whiteness, paint this one black to symbolize the blackness, and also to get the tracking data working, and keep that there. I'll show you guys what it actually looks like to race these pretty fast cars. Alright. Theo, you pinned me. And what's up, Theo? Check out the Discord staff chat. Will do. Oh, sweet. Look at this. Opening it up right now. Chili cheese. Time until. Time out. That's actually a really great idea. Thank you, Theo. See, this is why I have probably the best staff in any Discord server right now. I definitely will say I have the best staff. You know, Theo, Nick, Poff, and... oh, shoot. Am I forgetting my other staff? Theo, Nick, Poff, SSR. SSR hasn't been on in a while, but he's also one of the greatest staff. Same. Workshop compatible, but a total exploit, says Brent. Thank you for that information. I will look into that and see how I can kind of manipulate this for my own purposes. Well, that's enough of that. I believe everything should be set. Let's reset the timers and reset the scoreboard script. And let's actually bring up the qualifying board right now and start the race. Sewell wants to see, but this is big boy talk, Sewell. Just kidding. I'm not saying you're not a big boy, but yeah, you're just not a staff member, so you're not. Sorry about that. Anywho, we're off on a race, and I want to bring out my camera drone to kind of see how it works. And I don't think they're going to last very long. And it looks like, yeah. So that's the thing about these cars, is that they are they are very, very... Here, let's actually take this board out and go back to the qualifying. Very fast. Very... very wild. Like, I do have a mechanism that gets them back on track, but that one's broken, and sometimes they won't see where they're supposed to go because they're going so fast, and they don't really catch up to each other very well. Of course, the car with the inside track, you know, savage lunges into chicanes and whatnot will get them closer to each other, but they also don't, I don't know. Yeah. They just don't play well with each other. And so that's kind of what makes cars less interesting to race, in my opinion. While a real motorsport is like that, where cars are just spread apart and whether they're fast or not. Oh, gosh. That was a massive hit. Oh, goodness. Flipped him over. No respect. Absolutely no respect for those cars. Goodness. Wow. All right. Well, let's just say that guy is out of the race now. Goodness. Hello, 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 the man with no name. Welcome to the Scrap Mechanic Auto Racing League intro stream. I kind of want to introduce this. Black flagged, for sure. Howdy, howdy. Wow, I'm cold down here. I'm like shaking right now. I don't even need to put on a sweatshirt or something. This basement is freezing. So, yeah. as you can see, we did have a little mishap, and the Red Thunder car had a horrible stopping, making them have to have a 0. I don't know why they're like that, but looks like they're having a little bit of fun here. Oh, man. Let's just talk about the combo board here. I believe this is a more better way to put it. Anyways. Haven't played this game in a while. You have no one to play with. Oh, that's a shame. Well, I'd love to play with people. However, right now I'm focusing on this, and it works probably the best in single player, not multiplayer, unfortunately. So that has been a very, very... I don't know what to describe it. Not really fun thing to do, although I do have fun. I have nobody to play with either. I am on the Discord channels for the individual Scrap Mechanic games, but... frick, too fast. Well, I'll let that one go for now. The one that got away. So, that is the introduction to how races will work. Qualifying will work as in every car that has a name will be able to qualify to be in the top 8 spots for... Oh, goodness. Looks like the AI on that one broke too, so let me just turn them off. We'll have a chance to compete, but not all cars will compete for season tournament points, depending on how they qualified. So, I will say that I'm going to walk you through the... I'll walk you through like a betting, in a sense. So actually, I'm going to load up a different track. I'll actually load up the first map that they're going to race on. So let me just delete this and delete that, or get out of the game. And open up Axamonza. This is an official SMARL track, if you want to say it. Tommy says he has Scrap Mechanic, but not your power supply unit is downgraded. You can only play with Scrap. Oh, shoot. Yeah, Scrap Mechanic has with... I don't know why, but it is very intense on even my computer. So that's been something I kind of hope that they have an optimization update at some point soon. But if not, then that's all right. Let's see. We're here at this track. I will kind of do an overview of what it looks like. I think everything should be set up the way it is. We have an 8-lap race set up. Let me just reset the time and reset the lap board. And then open up the qualifying board. I don't know what's going on, but it looks like there's an error. So, I think I know exactly what that is. Sorry about that. That was kind of embarrassing. Wow. Okay. So we're gonna go back to normal right now, and we're gonna have a qualifying board. Looks like that there is something wrong with the MySQL connection. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I'll check that out later. So right now we're not gonna go with let's see, what did it say? Is that the same track with the trees in the middle? No, this is a different track with a little bit more, I guess. Let's just do a tour of that real quick. Let's see. So this is Axamonza. I don't know what to call. I really don't know what to name tracks. You guys are going to need to help me with track layouts and track, what's it called? And track names. Because I'm not great at naming things, as you can see. So you guys can give this track a name if you want. But this is the layout of this official track. It is pretty fun to watch race because of this technical section right here. It's got 2 long straights, and then a couple of hairpins, and then just chicanes and hairpins all the way through, just all the way down to the end. And so that kind of mixes up things, and it makes things pretty cool. Let's see. Hook up the seat to the orienter, and the orienter will only work when the seat is occupied. That is a great idea. All right, so I'll probably do that. Ooh, should I do that now? I mean, I don't see why not. I'll do it later. I'll do that later. It's fine. it's just a quick fix for there. Thank you though, Brent. That's a great idea. I've been trying to figure out just ways to get this thing a little bit more efficient. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. I was going to start putting in the cars. However, I was also going to figure out why the track stopped working. I don't know exactly why. Gunther Steiner in the name. Gunther Steiner is amazing. Okay. I will definitely look into that. I kind of wanted to keep things scrap mechanic related, if that makes sense. I'm kind of looking at the chat right now, so I've paused my work. But I'll definitely have to figure that out. Yeah, Theo, you definitely are more knowledgeable in the world of motorsport and F1 and stuff like that than I am. So I'll definitely outsource to you for things like that. I know you've already helped me a little bit already. Yeah, so you definitely will know more than I do. And let's say we have 4 cars. Let's do 5 cars for now. And let's put in Golden Shadow. There you are. There's your car. Theo, also, while I will be streaming, so like people will be wanting to customize their cars. So like let me know what car or how you want the car to look. Because right now this is all I've got, just kind of based off of what you gave me. But you can literally tell me if you want like a logo right here, and I can do it on screen. Well, logos are a bit harder to do on screen, but painting is definitely easy to do on screen because it's just as simple as like, you know, doing that and then boom, you're good. But anyways, that's something to talk about later. This is a little camera thing that I did create. It kind of tracks cars and goes ups and down and extends and stuff like that. But that's, you know, that's a little bit different. And let's calibrate the cars real quick with this button here. So if you bought a car, you could add the USSR logo. Yes, you could. You could add any logo you want as long as it's appropriate. I feel like that's the good word. Appropriate is definitely the word to be saying. Is these cars should have appropriate logos. But I'll trust you guys. You know, I trust my community a little bit better than most other communities. However, we have had some recent problems, but it's all right. So I believe buy with S-Coin. So I have a Discord currency right now, Brent. Yeah, you're not in the Discord, so you don't really know. A Discord currency from Unbelievable. And basically you guys can earn that through games. Welcome, Naughty Peon. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. New name, actually. I've never seen you before, so I guess welcome to the channel. So, like I said before, people will be able to sponsor cars. Wait, Brent is in the Discord now? Oh, he is. Oh, welcome. Sorry, just saw that. If you read the welcome channel, I'm just like alt-tabbing. I have so many tabs open right now. It's kind of hard to kind of keep track of what's going on at all at the same time. I've got Discord chat, YouTube chat, live stream stuff. I've got OBS errors. I've got my server errors for some reason, and I'll figure it out. But right now, I'm going to just stick with the YouTube chat and check out Discord later. But yeah, so S-Coin is just kind of a thing that promotes, what's the word? Participation. And will let people kind of do things the way they want. So let's say that we got this thing working now and check it out. Will this work? Yes, it works. All right. We got this working. Sorry, I was like stalling for all this time to try to get this server back to working and get this website running so that it can actually have a working leaderboard. Let's see. Sewell says, why are you salty? Why am I salty? I don't know why I'm salty. Gambling. I'm also going to disable gambling very soon because gambling has been one of the things that I'm not a fan of that. So I don't know what I'll do, but I might just disable some, well, maybe most gambling, not all gambling. Just some of the games have been, I don't know, just kind of cheapens the way you earn S-Coin. So betting on cars is gambling, but so that's different. That's a bit different, Brent. The way that I will have is S-Car participation. Or not S-Car. Like these cars, participation, gambling, betting, and stuff like that is going to be fun. And it kind of like is a little bit better because there's not a lot of ways to really lose money. It's pretty much you only gain money just depending on how much you gain is what it'll be like. So, that's fair. Gambling typically is illegal, but I don't know. The way that Unbelievable, the gambling bot works, it just makes gambling a lot, I don't know. The way I don't really like it. So, that's fair. At least turn off arcade machine. I might do that. We'll see what happens. I'm actually thinking about actually outsourcing or exporting all the Discord currency into my own currency Discord bot or just system website right now, because I will be having people log in and register for sponsorships and stuff like that, upload logos and whatnot. Wow, that's a lot of fighting right now. I'm talking as this intense battle right now. We go into the technical section. White looks like Right Rider, Red Thunder. Golden Shadow is pushing off Lemon Racer. Sweet Haze is kind of just chilling. Lemon Racer was completely messed up. Wow. Golden Shadow was a pretty dirty move. That was pretty dirty on Golden Shadows there. So, goodness. Yeah, I'm also just trying to prevent gambling exploits as well, because there is definitely ways to exploit gambling in systems that I don't know. So, yeah, so I will be giving out quests and tasks and stuff like that. And let's see. It looks like Lemon Racer has been let's see. Did I read your message in stream chat? Which message are you reading? Theo is asking me. Oh, track name. Sorry, I completely saw what you're talking about. Track name is Circuit Le Pays-Bas. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. Adding a little French in there. Lemon Racer has corrected himself, but he's way far behind. And we've got the top times. Let's talk about the leaderboard. Lap times. Starting board. Let's do that. So, looks like White Rider is in front right now. And but I also has the best lap, of course, because that was the only lap. Lemon Racer is far behind. So I'll talk about the colors right here. Purple is best lap overall. Blue is the personal best lap. So kind of similar to that. Yeah, so actually, can you put those track name ideas in small chat, Theo? Or anybody else in small chat, so I can keep track, because these YouTube chats will get, eventually get erased over time. So I kind of want to keep tabs. I might make an Excel sheet or something like that. Anyways, yeah, so here we are. We've got a pretty intense battle right now between Red Thunder and White Rider. Golden Shadow has backed off a lot. Right now, he's categorized as Black Knight, actually. Here, let me actually fix that real quick and make him into Golden Shadow, because, like I said, limitations cause limitations. So let's save that and reset the leaderboard. As they come around again, their names will get updated on the board. So let's get that going. So coming into the technical section again, or halfway through, Lemon Racer is just, all for naught right now. It's fine. He can just try to work on getting his best lap in, although I don't think that's going to be happening either, because the drafting causes people to go a lot faster than if they weren't drafting. So, like, Golden Shadow is out the draft zone right now for some reason. And Red Thunder is taking a commanding lead. Should you make a separate channel for track names? Yeah, I think you can. Yeah, I feel like that's a good idea. I'm going to separate SMARL stuff from the YouTube section in general, so I will be doing that as well. So let's check out these times as they come in. Looks like we've got Red Thunder first, Sweet Haze second, Golden Shadow fourth. Although, it looks like White Rider is third. So yeah, so everything is working properly. I just fell out of my thing. And there we go. So, I don't have all racers running right now, but this isn't an official race either. But I'll talk about the website or web application that I've been building for the last week. First, it is, I don't know if I can bring it up on screen. I actually might do that here. While these cars are racing, I'm going to go into this little camera mode right here and get out of this car, because I don't think they'll have any errors right now. So let's paint this to be shadowing. Let's just shadow Red Thunder right now and open this. If I just take that off, open 2 and then 5, we kind of get a nice bird's eye view of the track. So we just get past these trees. I might need to take away these trees. They do get in the way. But here we go. Just kind of a nice little bird's eye view that kind of tracks the car and does what it needs to do. While that's going, I'm gonna try to see if I can pull up this website and show you guys exactly what I've been working on the back end. Right now, it is not open to the public, and I'm going to try to keep it that way. And to do that, I'm going to need to like hide a lot of stuff. So if I do F11, I can keep it up full screen. And let's actually, yeah, there we go. Strict follow camera to that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. So, made a small category. Just can't move the SMARL official. That's fair. I'll move it and do all of that stuff later. Thank you, Theo. Best mod on campus. Thank you. When I say on campus, I mean on server. So, this is going to be the track. I wish I could do... Oh, actually, I can do that. Oh, this is actually a great idea. So, we're going to go back to the SMARL just camera, and we're going to add another source. Can I do display capture source, web, and do... Actually, that probably won't work. Let's do a window capture. I think it's window capture. And then I can do a Chrome. Yeah, it doesn't really like capturing Chrome for some reason, so we can cancel that. Apologies for that. That didn't mean for that to happen. Oh, looks like Sweet Haze has gone off track for some reason. I think his AI might have broken, so I think he's going to be out the race for now. I don't know how that happened, but that's just something I just have to deal with for now. I'll have to reset him later, but I'm working on this website, trying to get that to you guys right now. So let's do display capture 2 and do that. It's not working for some reason. Not sure why, but well, it's fine. Let's just go back to the qualifying or starting board. We got a little bit of a better view here of how this race will look like. We've got what they will look like with their qualifying times. Their best times are here. Their sponsor logos will show up eventually as I get those set. And I believe finishing board is just kind of like how many points they will earn as well. Total time, lap times, best lap, points, and stuff like that. And I don't know what lap they're currently on. It looks like they're on lap 4. So once they reach lap 8, they will show their finishing time. But that will come a little bit later. Anywho, yeah. So this has been a pretty interesting project overall for me because I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. Oh, man. Like, actually all the time. I really don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. Trying to figure out a good way to get this working because I can't really manipulate the browser. Can I? I don't think I can. There's no way this has been going on for an hour. Well, it has been. Sorry, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it so much that you wanted to... Thought it felt 10 minutes. Because this has been interesting for me. I'm trying to get this working, but it's not. That's my stream script, stream assets. Yeah, it's not working. For some reason, it doesn't really like, it really doesn't like my, what's it called? I don't know. It doesn't really like, for some reason, my screen recording doesn't really like my web browser to record that. So I'm going to see if it is just my Chrome and see if I can get Firefox, or do I dare use Microsoft Edge? I actually should be moving to Firefox anyways because there has been, privacy issues that are going on. and tracking and surveillance and stuff like that. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about that, because that has definitely been something I find frustrating. People talking about stuff like that. Let's see. Window search. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't like it. Not sure why. Oh well. Well, I guess I'll just have to do my display capture then. So excuse this abrupt interruption of me doing display capturing. This will show up very shortly, if I can. Display capture. There we go. All right. This is actually here. If I do F11 here, this is goodness. Lots of stuff that just showed up there. Logging in. This has been, oh no. Oh no, I broke it again. Gosh dang it. So something is going on right now with the website. I believe it's probably because I have so many connections going on and stuff like that, that my recording has been very bad. Ugh. Or not bad, very bad, but like it doesn't really like my, it doesn't like my database calls for some reason. I think it's because there's a cursor that has been opened but not closed. And oh well. Oh well, it happens. I'll just show it off later. I'll probably make a video. I'll probably do a separate video to kind of show it off, because right now I got it working again. Do I dare show what I've been doing? All right, back to what I was doing. Right now, what you guys will be able to see, this is literally just ugly stuff. Ignore that. Season 1, we have leaderboards. We can kind of see who's got the most wins of seasons. We can update it. This is just a button for me. We can have points. You can do view races. We have a bunch of test races. You can see upcoming races. I'll be able to add races as they come, and I can kind of see more details, like of what track they're on, how many laps they're on. So 69 laps. The first place prize is 42,069. Haha, blaze it. And then we've got the betting pools that will show up. I will have embedded YouTube videos of streams of the videos as they go on. So here's like a little betting pools. You can bet on a race winner, on who you think is going to win the race, or you can bet on who you think is going to place in the top 3. Or, I mean, you can do both, but only one of both. So to bet, you can just click. You can say, I want to bet $100, and you place the bet. And I've already placed a bet, so it's telling me that that's happened. These buttons here will show up. Finalize race is for me. All this stuff is for me. I can kind of create and set up and load data into the database. Here is a list of the racers right now. I am working on making this a lot more pretty soon. You can talk about sponsors, and let's see. Yeah, so essentially, this is what I've been working on for a very long time. And no, this is all S-Coin. So users, okay, yeah, users will be able to check this website out. It is not open for the public yet because I have to buy a lot of things, and everything will be Brent, you're talking about SQL injection. Yes, I have a lot of security on my server. This is all run on a personal server that I've done. Yeah, I knew you were going to talk about that. So yeah, no, this is all sanitized. Everything, any user input and my own input is sanitized as well. So everything is user able to, or not able to, what's it called? Secure on that end. But I have secured at least what I can. So hopefully I don't have too many malicious people here. However, I have no important data that will get deleted. And honestly, like, it's literally just a game, video game stuff. So I'm not too worried about that aspect. But moving on to the race, it looks like we've got some pretty good stuff going on there. Let's move back to qualifying board there and see who has had the fastest lap. It looks like White Rider still with a 2:18.452. Impressive stuff. So, activate Windows. So I actually am doing this on a unactivated license right now because I am... Is this a virtual machine? Not sure. But once I get my paycheck at the end of this month, as you guys know, I am out contracting with the Air Force right now. So once I get the paycheck at the end of this month, I will probably buy Windows and buy a bunch more games and buy gifts and stuff that allows me to give out gifts and rewards for you guys, because, oh man, they pay very well, I will say. So, not that I enjoy working for the government, but they do pay well, especially the Air Force. So, I will activate Windows, don't worry. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. I don't think I have anything else to show off besides the website, and I've kind of showed that off a preliminary view. I will probably need help with design choices and anything else. But if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know what you think. So, yeah, I'll just open up this time for the Q&A portion of Auto Racing League. I know Brent might have questions. Theo probably. Sewell, you probably have questions. But if anybody doesn't have questions, let me know, and I can end the stream soon. And I actually might possibly do a Prison Architect stream, although it'll have to be like out like 30 minutes. So I don't know if anybody wants a 30-minute stream, but anyways, yeah. So I'll see you later, Brent. Thank you for joining the stream. It's been a pleasure. I will probably talk to you more on Discord channels. So, yeah, but we'll see. Take care. Thanks for your work. And thank you for joining, anybody else who's joined. But that is how it is. It be do like it do be. And it looks like lap 8. It looks like all the cars have finished their laps. And if I check out the finishing board, has not been updated yet. So I'll have to check that out. Oh, this might be the last lap itself. Yeah, I think once I hit lap 9, the finishing board. So this is actually going to come down to the wire between White Rider and Red Thunder. Goodness. How's it going to be? Oh, looks like Red Thunder is going to get stuffed in the back. Goodness. I need to fix that AI portion because there are a couple bugs with that I need to fix, but that's all right. So it looks like White Rider is going to take the lead and the win for this unofficial race. Red Thunder is going to be second. Golden Shadow is going to be third. Let's check out the finishing board. Yep, White Rider with a total time of 19 minutes 51 seconds, and Red Thunder 4 minutes seconds behind there. And it looks like, yep, Golden Shadow with a pretty long distance between there. Lemon Racer is a did not finish. Sweet Haze is a DNF. So this is how it'll be. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys have design updates or design ideas, like I've said before, let me know. I'm always open to more. But until then, I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. I'll be trying to do more videos next week when it comes to just other games like Prison Architect or anything else like that. I just have been busy with, like I said, work and doing this website stuff and doing other things. Sewell wants a Prison Architect stream, and I can give him that. I know I can, but will I is a real question. And I just fell off the thing. So, I probably will. Let's see. I might. I'm thinking about it. If you'll give you 5 S coin if I do. Wow, a whole 5 S coin. If you Prison Architect multiplayer, it says Tommy. That's actually a good idea as well. Huh. Lots of ideas. Lots of ideas. Let's take away this camera here and go back to normal. So we got Gang War or multiplayer. I do already have a format set up for Gang War, and I'm not sure who would be available for multiplayer. I'm guessing Tommy, you would be able to play multiplayer with me. Let's see. So we got Tommy that can do multiplayer, so we can do like a little duo thing if we want. And then Gang Warfare, it would be Sul would be fun to watch. Oh, look at my camera, it's about to smack that car. Oh goodness. Oh no. Well, anyways, I do have some things I need to take care of today outside of, you know, like scrap mechanic and video games and YouTube and stuff. But overall, I believe that this has been a successful little showcase thing. I know people are going to be watching the video afterwards that probably won't be watching this video because it's an hour and, what, 30 minutes now? I don't know. If they have questions, they'll probably let me know. But whoever knows, or whoever wants to know, let me know. Playing with subscribers Saturday stream or something if my work schedule allows it. See, that's been something I've been wanting to do for so long, Tommy. It's so dumb that I haven't been able to do that. So, like, I have the Game Nights channel set up on my YouTube, or my my Discord. And so, like, we want to have game nights. I've done stuff like that. Like, we played Cards Against Humanity. We've done, what else have we done? I don't know what else we've done, but yeah, so stuff like that I have done, but I haven't had a consistent schedule. So, like, I can't do it every... Tetris. Oh, yes, Tetris. We did a couple Tetris matches, actually. I did multiple streams with Tetris. We also tried to do Town of Salem, but the website wasn't working. I've done Prison Architect multiplayer before, but time. You know, the times that I have to do it are not consistent. And so I'm definitely going to need help this summer trying to find consistent times to do these things, because having a life outside of, you know, this has been a bit difficult trying to stay consistent, especially when it comes to like recording videos and uploading. However, I will be having a lot of free time coming up in July because my birthday is coming up, and so I'll be having some time off. Just kidding, I won't have time off, but I will be, you know, taking more time to myself instead of working on other stuff. So I will have time to record and do more streams and stuff like that. And I own... Who owes you 100,000 S coin? I don't know what that means, but it's whatever. So yeah, I might actually just do a little bit of Prison Architect. I'm going to take maybe like a short 10-minute break, get a snack, stuff like that. Take a break, take a walk or something like that. And then I will... And then I'll probably start a Prison Architect Gang Warfare stream. Sorry, Tommy. I probably will do Gang Warfare for a little bit because I know I can have a short time on that and not end up, you know, because if I just stream 30 minutes of, you know, multiplayer, you'll only be able to play with me for like 10 minutes until 20 minutes because it takes forever to set up and it keeps crashing. And also, I can't wait for the new update for Prison Architect to come out. But I'll talk about later I'll talk about that later on my next stream. And we can talk about the update and how that might affect multiplayer and stuff like that. So that's coming up soon. So hold tight. Hold tight, and my birthday will be talking about... I appreciate the suggestion, Tommy. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. And yeah, so I'll talk about my birthday later when it comes up. But I think that's going to be it. So if we go back to my gaming thing and turn off my AFK stream and turn off my music, I believe that is what I was trying to do. Get that going. Yeah, so this is going to be my new outro video, by the way. This is kind of like a little candid thing. Outros will be like this. I'll have this kind of music playing, and I'll have that going for a while. It restarts every 30 seconds, however, so I can't do this for too long. Like that restarts. But, yeah, so let's just turn this music down. And the right wing is higher because it's set to be like that. I know it should probably be even, but that's just the way the image actually was when I was putting this all together. So it's something that I'm actually gonna do a new outro pretty soon. But I probably won't do that. And yeah, if I do that, it won't look like that. So anyways, let's go back to Scrap Mechanic and exit and I will fade in to the outro and stuff like that. But I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. Stay tuned. I might put another post on the Discord chat. But yeah, stay tuned. I'll probably set up the event a little bit later, or maybe right now after this stream. But I'll see you guys soon. And as always, I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, night, or evening. And I will see you next time.